Starting standing. Hello, everyone. Anyone else outside tonight? Oh, yes, I can see one sky. Okay, get your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms lower. Again, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms lower. Up and down, hands onto your hips. Can you tilt your pelvis? Keep your head still. And as you tilt your pelvis, I'd like you to try and imagine you're tipping a bowl of water back, tipping a bowl of water forwards. This is your pelvis, the bowl. And then make smaller tips forward, smaller tip back. And then come to a position where you feel you're not tipping the bowl at all. Engage the front lip of the bowl. So this is the circumference of your pelvic bowl, like the band of your trousers, shorts, whatever you're wearing. But we want to feel that we're firming that whole space in. Okay, and then bring your hands onto your rib cage. Now we're going to tip the rib cage. So if you can tip your rib cage up, tip your rib cage forwards, and do this without thinking about the head leading the way. So see if you can do it more, your ribs tipping. Yeah, so it's tempting just to throw your head back and forwards. See if you can really get the rib cage to move. Great for loosening off in the upper back. Okay, and then bring your rib cage where the bottom rim of your rib cage, so around here, the bottom rim of your rib cage feels like it lines up with the top rim of your pelvis. And this then becomes a cylinder of strength. The rim of your pelvis without spilling any water, the rim of your rib cage lining up with that, and then float your arms slowly up without the rims leaving each other. Keep them parallel, and then arms back down. 2 more. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms down. Feel how you have to engage the front of your pelvic rim. Great. And then we're going into a roll down. So lower your head down first, then tip your rib cage as far forwards as you can, then tip the pelvis. So your pelvis is the last thing to go down, and come onto hands and knees. So move the pelvis and the rib cage. And I will say the word rim quite a lot tonight. So as you're doing your cat cows, feel how the front rims come closer together, and then the back rims come closer together. So your pelvic and your rib cage rim trying to touch underneath, and then at the back. Just another way to think of your cat cows. Good, and then walk your hands towards your knees. So you're in a kneeling position, knees slightly apart, arms by your side. Now align the rims, so we've got this cylinder of strength, and lean back from the knees without losing the parallel line of the pelvis and ribs. And back up. Inhale as you go back. Exhale as you come up. Inhale back. Exhale up. One more time. As you come up, and you press your left arm back, bring your right hand under your shoulder and your right leg straight, toes on the floor. Level your hips, engage the rims, and then lift your right leg up, making sure that the front 2 portions of the rim don't open. Keep them connected. Lift your arm and leg up for 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your hand and knee come to the floor. Walk your hands back towards your knees, back into the kneeling position. Engaging the middle. Lean back and stay there. Palms face each other. And then take your right arm down, turn toward the right as the arm goes behind, and bring the arm forwards. Thumb up. Left arm down, turn toward the left, thumb up as the arm goes back. And then arm forwards, thumb up as the arm comes forwards. Right, rotate, and centre. So you're just turning the rib cage on top of the pelvis, but you're keeping that slight lean back. 1 more each way. A bit of work in the legs, and then last left. Push your right arm back, left hand to the floor under your shoulder. Left leg straight, toes on the floor, so you can engage the leg and feel connection into your core. Then lift your leg up to hip height. Keep the leg very straight, push through the heel, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand and knee to the floor. Now let's go down onto our forearms. And we'll come into some cat-cow on your forearms. So at the moment, the back two points of the rim are closest together. Push down into the floor, round your spine and feel the front two portions of the rims trying to come together. Inhale as you lower back down again, looking forwards. Exhale, trying to join the front two portions of the rim closer underneath. Inhale as you lower down, look forwards. And exhale again, you're pulling up. Try not to push back, rather just come straight up and straight down. Pulling back won't actually get you closer, it will just pull back into your knees. And it's avoiding doing the work. So get the technique of pulling the ribs and the front of your pelvis close together. The knees can stay on the floor. We've got 3 more. Two. And 1. From there, push back to child's pose. Arms out wide on the mat. Hips back to the heels. And then take a downward dog. And walk your hands towards your feet. Feet to hip distance, you can measure that, it's 2 fists between your feet. And then the pelvis pulls up, upright first, and then your spine follows, and then the rib cage comes up, and then the shoulders fall back. Great. So let's do a little balance here. Put your hands on your hips. Reach your right leg in front. I'm going to turn to the side for this. So when your right leg reaches in front, I'd like you to overreach it. So when it overreaches, feel how it's pulled your pelvis forward. You might have tipped slightly and your right hip might be slightly further forwards. So keeping your foot lightly on the floor, pull the right leg back enough that your hips feel level and use your hands on your pelvis to tip it into that neutral level ball position. Keep your toes lightly on the floor as your arms come up without tipping the ribs or the ball. And then bring your arms down. And we'll add a bit more balance onto that. Arms lift. And when your arms come down, lift your right knee. Tap your right foot on the floor, but keeping your pelvis steady. And then lift the knee. 3. Keeping pelvic and ribcage stability. 2. Trying not to overreach the leg. 1. Keep your arms by your side, touch your foot to the floor and slide it back. So now when the foot is slipped back behind you, touch the big toe on the floor and feel how your pelvis probably is tipped forwards and the right hip might have gone slightly further back. So level the hips and hug up the front lip of your pelvic bowl. Push your arms back and see if that back leg can reach longer, not further back, but just longer, more energy through the leg. So it might come off the floor. Pulse your arms, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring your feet back together. Okay, I'll do this one facing you. Left leg goes out in front, overreach, feel what it's like to overreach, and then reel your leg in, level your pelvis, and bring your arms down. The leg is engaged. Inhale, exhale, knee lifts. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Make sure the pelvis doesn't travel with the leg. 2. 1. Arms stay by your side. Left leg goes down and slides behind you. toe touching the floor, and lift the front lip of your pelvis. Push your arms back, shoulders roll back. See if you can put more energy through the back leg and lift it slightly. 10 arm pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come back together. Turn into Pilates stance. So your heels are together, your feet in a V shape. Knees turned out, hips feel open. Engage your buttock muscles. Interlace your hands behind your head. Inhale, lean your head back. Keep your belly strong. Exhale, look down to the V shape of your feet. We are tipping the pelvis slightly up. Not the pelvis, the rib cage slightly up. And then tipping the rib cage slightly forwards. Keep your pelvis still. See if you can move a little through the rib cage, but not at all through the pelvis. So we want the leg muscles to stay firm so that they're helping keep the pelvis still. Then to center, pause. Let's go side to side now. So again, we're moving just the rib cage. Now the side rim of your rib cage is dropping toward the side rim of the pelvis. Legs are like the tree trunk, steady, strong. And your upper body is like the branches, moving. When you come to center, pause, and let's go for a twist. Turning one direction and the opposite hip presses back so the pelvis doesn't turn. And then the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. One more each way. We're trying to keep the legs strong and the pelvis unmoved. Center. Separate your heels. Bring your left arm down. Right hand coming to the left ear and draw your head across into a neck stretch. Reach long through the straight arm. Head to center and then switch sides. Just guiding your head over. Stay long in your straight arm. And then back into center. Let's start with the roll down, head first, rib cage tips. When you can't go any more through the rib cage, the pelvis tips. Then come down onto hands and knees. This time have a level line between your pelvis and your rib cage. So we're in neutral, and then engage the muscles between the two rims. So this is our transverse abdominis. Extend opposite arm and opposite leg and lift. Inhale, hand and knee to the floor. Exhale the other side, extend and lift. Inhale to the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale to the floor. Good, keep going like that. And again, we're trying to move the arm and leg without disturbing the middle. Feel like you're hitting a reminder button to the core each time your hand and knee touch the floor. So when your hand and knee touch the floor, your core switches on before the other arm and leg extend out. One more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower to your forearms. Okay, this time we're going to go to plank position, but from Sphinx. So down onto your forearms, have your toes tucked under. So at the moment, the front rim of the pelvis and the ribs are open. To get to plank position, we want to line them with each other. So you can keep your hips on the floor, but pull the pelvis and the ribs in line with each other. That's your stage one. The pubic bone will be pushing toward the floor. Stage two, lift the thigh bones off the ground, so you're now on your knees. The rim of the pelvis and the rib cage is still aligned. Stage three, push your legs straight, lift a little higher, but still aligned between the ribs and the pelvis, whichever version you're doing. 5 breaths. 4, keep your gaze between your thumbs, a slight roll of the shoulders away from your ears, and press the ground away with your forearms. 2 more breaths. Go on. Lower your knees, hips, hands under your shoulders and push back, child's pose. And we'll take child's pose with a tricep stretch, so arms out in front, palms together in prayer, and then bend at the elbows so your prayer points down your spine, thumbs to the back of the neck. Get a little deeper by wiggling your elbows further forwards and sinking your armpits further back and down. Release your arms out, come to a downward facing dog, hands wide. And this time walk your feet forwards to your hands so you're at the top end of your mat. Lower your bottom down to sitting. Hold onto the back of your legs, lift your spine up tall. Shoulders draw down. Okay, so at the moment we're level pelvis and ribcage. Now go back about a third of the way, tipping your pelvis. Then go back about another third of the way, so front two ribs are a bit closer. Pull on your legs, lift all the way back up, stacking the pelvis and ribs and head. Go again, 1/3 of the way down, inhale. Exhale, 2/3 of the way down, inhale. Exhale, roll back up, hugging the belly in as you roll, and inhale, stack upright. No arms this time. Exhale, 1/3 of the way down, inhale. Exhale, 2/3 of the way down, inhale. Exhale, roll back up, feeling your belly keeps hugging in until you're all the way back up. Once more. Exhale, 1/3, inhale. Exhale, 2/3. We want to try and hollow the pelvic floor and the belly up and in. Exhale forwards, inhale lift. Good, exhale, go down 1/3, inhale. Exhale, 2/3, inhale. And then we're going all the way to the floor. So as you come all the way down to the ground, arms by your side, bring your feet maybe a little bit closer into your bottom. Tip the pelvis back and forwards a few times, find neutral pelvis. Once you've got neutral pelvis, engage pelvic floor muscles, gently squeezing up. Corset muscles wrapping round. Can you extend your right leg from the knee so your thighs and knees are level? You might be able to see your right leg. So I'd like you to think of your right leg up like a pencil and your foot is the point of the pencil. The pencil's not going to move anywhere, but just turn it so that your right knee turns out a bit more. But keep some weight in the left hip so that the hips are still level. Yeah, pelvis hasn't moved at all. Slowly lower your right leg down until it's almost at the ground and check out that the pelvis hasn't tipped. We don't want the pelvis to spill forwards. So keep the pelvic bowl level with the ribs. Lift your head and shoulders off the ground. Extend your arms and take 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the lips. Feel how your pelvis hasn't moved, but your rib cage has tipped forwards. Lower your head and arms back to the floor. Bend your right leg back to the ground. Extend from your left knee. Turn your left leg out so the knee rotates out. Touch your left buttock muscles. If they are floppy, engage the left leg a bit more. Feel the external rotators of your left leg have got a little bit of firmness. Lower your left leg slowly downwards, and if you get to the point where the pelvis tips, you've gone too far. Hover it from the floor, keeping your pelvis steady. Now lift your head and tip your rib cage forwards, so the pelvis hasn't moved, but the rib cage has. We're holding for 3. Following in the front lip of your pelvis, so lower abdominal muscles. 1 more breath. Inhale, head and arms to the floor. Exhale, foot to the floor. Right leg into a knee fold, keep it there. Firm the back of your pelvis. Left leg into a knee fold, keep it there. Inhale, arms go back, but keep the ribs down. Exhale, arms forwards. Go again, inhale, arms back, keep your ribs laying flat. Exhale, arms forwards. When your arms go back, can you tap your right foot to the floor and then lift it back up? When your arms go back, tap the left foot and lift it back up. Move from your hip joint so that when your foot taps the floor, the knee joint doesn't change. You're moving from your hip. Can we do that without the front rims opening? I did tell you I would say the word rim a lot tonight. Last one with your left leg. Okay, then try straightening your right leg. So you can straighten it high in the air or you can take it down a bit further as long as the pelvis doesn't tip. Both arms, one leg. Keep going with that, just being mindful of the lay of your rib cage and the pelvis, and that they stay connected with one another. One more each side. Arms by your side, right foot to the floor, nice and light in its landing. Keep your core on, left foot to the floor, and then relax. Position your feet a bit closer to your bottom. Press into your feet, curl your tailbone up. I'd like you to tip your pelvis as far up as you can, and then the rib cage follows. And then when your rib cage and your pelvis are in line with each other, you're at the top of the bridge. Roll your way back down. So we're going to do 2 more bridges like that. Get to the ground. Roll back up, start with your pelvis, tip it as far as it can go. Then the rib cage follows, and then when they're in line with each other, inhale. Exhale, roll and back down. Inhale, land. One more, exhale, roll. Inhale when they're in line. Exhale, down. Inhale, land. Exhale up, stay up this time. Good, pause here and let's go do 3 arm floats. Inhale, arms over behind, keeping your hips in the bridge. Exhale, arms down. 2 more, arms back, without the pelvis or the rib cage dropping. 1 more time. Arms down. Leave your arms by your side, go a bit stronger in your left leg and see if you can extend the right leg from the knee, keeping your thighs and knees level. Inhale, foot to the floor. Exhale, extend the left leg from the knee. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, left leg. 1 more each side. You want to stabilize your pelvis before the leg extends. Last time. Floor, roll your spine back down. Rib cage first, lower back, and then your pelvis last. Bring your knees in one hand each knee, circle them open and closed. And circle them the other way. Hold the back of your legs, kick your feet up toward the ceiling and then back down. Kick them up, kick them down. Do that with your head off the floor and see if you can get a little momentum to roll up, pushing your legs into your hands. If not, can you come up a different way? Getting a bit covered in flies here. Legs out in front. Arms out in front. Have your feet pointed. Stack pelvis and rib cage. And then tip back 1/3 of the way. Inhale. Exhale 2/3 of the way. Inhale. Exhale forwards, hugging the belly in. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale 1/3. Inhale. Exhale 2/3. Inhale. Exhale forwards. Inhale up. Let's go all the way down. 1/3. Inhale. 2/3. Inhale. Then lift your right leg a few inches off the floor. Keep your head and shoulders lifted and look to your feet. Rotate the right leg so it's in one leg Pilates stance. Arms by your side. 3 breaths, but we'll add the arm beats. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more breaths. Your rib cage is still tilted slightly up. Your pelvis is in neutral. Right leg goes down, left leg lifts. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. The knee is turned out, the heel is turned in. Then inhale, leg lowers, arms over behind. And exhale, relax. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees open, and do a little butterfly flutter with your knees. So just a couple more to go. The slightly harder versions, so you can always do a repetition of one of the easier versions. Doesn't mean it's easy, just easier. Bring your arms down by your side, have your feet in line with your sit bones, and do one plain shoulder bridge. So tip the pelvis first and roll your way up. Inhale at the top, rims are level. Exhale, roll down. Inhale at the ground. Exhale, roll up, and here's where it gets just a little bit harder. Okay, so take your arms over behind and leave them there. Find your balance and make sure that nothing's dropped or overlifted. Find that strength in your core. Even though we're not doing an abdominal exercise, feel you're engaging the rim of your pelvis, the rim of your rib cage, the middle bit is supporting you. Then extend your right leg from the knee. Find your balance. Keep pressing through the left leg for 3, 2, 1. Right foot to the floor, left leg extends. Keep firm in your right leg. 3, 2, 1. Foot back to the floor. Roll your spine down with your arms behind. Then bring your knees in, one hand each knee, circle them open and closed. Other way. Taking the legs straight into double knee fold from here, so you can use your hands to guide the legs into double knee fold, knees directly above your hips, and arms by your side. Tip the rib cage up so you come into an abdominal curl. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, out. One more breath there, in, out. Now try both legs extended 45 degrees. Turn them into external rotation. Knees are turned out, heels are together. If you want to stick with the bent knees, that's fine. One more breath here. Then try lowering them down a little further. 3 more breaths. We want the pelvis to stay where it is, but the rib cage stays lifted slightly. One more breath. Bend the knees back up. Bring them into your chest, your head to the floor. Well done, and then a full body stretch. Nice. Banana stretch, step your feet to the right. Shift your head and shoulders a bit to the right. And pull the left wrist across the left ankle. Keep your left buttock and shoulder on the floor. Head equal between your arms. So if one ear feels lower than the other, try leveling your ears in height and in their space between the arms. Back to center, and then go the other way. Bottom stays where it is. Feet to the left, head, shoulders to the left. And catch your right wrist across your right ankle. And again, if one ear feels lower than the other, try and level the height of your ears and bring them so they're equally framed between your arms. And then undo that side, come back to center. Bend your legs so your feet are wide. Feet wide on the mat. Lift your bottom an inch or 2 off the floor. Reset your bottom to the middle if it feels offline, and stretch it long as you lay your pelvis back down. And rest your knees together, hands on your belly. Elbows on the ground. Close your eyes. Feel your thigh bones sinking into your hips. Your hips and your pelvis heavy. Your facial muscles relaxed. Your spine and everything around your spine relaxed. And your breath relaxed. Breathe in relaxing breaths to your body so that everything connects into this relaxing moment. Relaxed breath, relaxed body, relaxed mind. Even the air and the space around you can feel relaxed, supporting you. Even the earth beneath you has a relaxed tone to it as you drop into it. Take one more deep breath. And out. Your choice of coming up, you can turn to your side, you can bring your legs back in and do that little kick with your legs to come up. Thank you very much, everyone. Oh, the sky's got that beautiful dappled look to it behind me. Not that I'm willing on any clouds, but it's very pretty. Right then, so